All right, hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of Human Services, part 2 for the GPS for Success Virtual Career Fair. We wanted to make sure that we were able to have all of our panelists, and as one of our panelists, Matt Bradley, was having trouble, we wanted to make sure that we were able to share this information with you too. So the event was made possible through the hard work, dedication, and collaboration of WPBS, Jefferson Lewis, and St. Lawrence Lewis BOCES, the Workplace, the Watertown Chamber of the Watertown Chamber of Commerce, Jefferson County Economic Development, and through the support of the Northern New York Community Foundation and Africa Tech, who are the makers of AminoMax. A very special thanks to Jefferson Lewis BOCES for making this virtual career fair a reality. I'm happy you could join us for this very, very virtual recorded event. My name is Celeste, and I will be hosting for this kind of interview style, and I am the WPBS Education Services Manager. Today we have Matt Bradley, who is from the, I'm going to get this wrong, hang on one second, it's the Northern Regional Center for Independent Living. Northern Regional Center for Independent Living. All right, perfect. So I'm going to give him the floor whenever he's ready. And if you have any questions on this session and any questions for Matt, please make sure to visit the gpsforsuccess.com website /VCF2020, and you can leave me feedback and I will get you in touch with Matt. So whenever you're ready, Matt, take it away.
Okay. So hi everybody, I'm Matt Bradley and I'm the Youth Peer Advocate at NRCIL, which stands for Northern Regional Center for Independent Living. So what I do at NRCIL, I've been here for almost 3 years. I'll be 3 years in September, and I am the Youth Peer Advocate, which means I provide non-therapeutic counseling, advocacy, referral to services, and I also promote physical and mental health wellness for any young person between 14 to 24 with any disability. So if their disability is preventing them from achieving any goals they want to in life, like if they have a physical disability or a mental health diagnosis and it's making it difficult to work or go to school or get in and out of their house, then I assist them with that so that they can maximize their independence. So Nurkle has been around for over 30 years, and it's been in multiple locations. We provide services in Jefferson, Lewis, and now St. Lawrence County, newly. And our values are full inclusion, so allowing people with disabilities to participate in all aspects of community services, equity, giving people with disabilities the services and accommodations they need to operate at the same level as everyone else, maximizing independence, and deinstitutionalization. So for a long time, people with disabilities that were severe enough often had to go to an institution instead of being allowed to live at home or work or get services because they didn't exist at the time. So over the last several decades, and actually probably for almost 100 years, agencies like ours and similar services have been working to get people out of those institutions and living at home and being able to get treatment if they needed it. So we still heavily promote that. We are a part of the human services industry. So we're primarily like people focused. We actually take interns. So we have interns from Jefferson Community College come a couple of times a year from applicable programs, and they shadow our employees and learn about what we do to help them prepare for their own careers. We've actually hired interns before. So there's a lot of opportunities there to learn from our agency. We have a lot of different positions. Mine is fairly new. It was created about 2 years ago because I originally worked with adults 18 to death. So I was an independent living advocate for a long time. And youth peer advocates have existed for a few years now, and our agency created the position for it so we could begin providing those services in our county. So I prepare youth for transition. I give them employment resources. I help them get ready for employment if they're too young to get a job, or if they're ready to go out and get a job, I help them get ready. If they want to go to school, I help them with that. There's a broad range of things I can do for a young person. So we have almost 50 employees split between 3 counties, and it's a pretty diverse group. It's pretty awesome. We've got like a benefits specialist here in Watertown. He helps people that need help with Social Security benefits. We've got adult and child programs. We have family peer advocates that are on my team, and they work with the parents of children with disabilities to provide supports if they're having trouble with their child's school, or if they're not getting their child the services that they need due to barriers or lack of education. They help with that because they have personal experience with their own children. But I mainly work with the child or the young person. I don't work with a parent because I'm not a parent. So Nurkle services are completely voluntary. They're empowerment focused and they're very diversity friendly. We're very serious about serving all people from all walks of life and maximizing everyone's potential. So providing services to the disability community can open your mind to different classes of people and the ways that various types of disabilities impact them. So it's definitely has a lasting impact whether you stay in the field or not. There are challenges. What is very important in providing this work is self-care. You can end up dealing with a lot of trauma. A lot of people have trauma. Everyone pretty much has trauma, and it varies. So you have to be aware of how trauma affects people differently and can impact their lives and learn not to take all of it home. So that can come up quite a bit. And you also have to know your limits. You have to know how much support you can provide because I can't do everything. I'm not a miracle worker, but I can give people the perspective they might need to hurdle their problems on their own. Um, and reducing stigma, that's a big thing we're serious about, like reducing the stigma that um, mental health or mental illness makes people bad people, or the stigma that people with physical disabilities can't do a lot, or are harder to employ. There's a lot of stigma that we work to stamp out, and like just show people's potential. So appropriate language, not using words or terms that are offensive to people with different disabilities. That's a big thing we do as well, and it's part of our training, all of our training. In a typical day, before the pandemic, I would be in the office 5 days a week. I would take phone calls from people I was helping or going to help, or from agencies or families that were referring them to me. So that will be part of my day. And I also would do research if I needed to do some research on a subject to help somebody, or if I was preparing for a training, or if I was attending like an online training, like a webinar. So that was something that was a big part of my day. A lot of it still is. I haven't met with anyone in a while, just because my caseload has been impacted. And a lot of my support's been offered over the phone. But we have a lot of online support groups right now that are also being offered. If you have any questions about our online support groups, they're for teens, and they are on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And each day we do something a little different. Those are all through Zoom. If you have questions, you can email me at Matthew B. At nurkle.net. So that's Matthew with 2 T's, B as in Bradley, at NRCIL.net. So the COVID pandemic, we've adapted to it very well. We didn't have to lay anybody off. We worked from home for a very long time, probably almost 3 months, and then we started gradually returning to the office. I'm in the office a lot, actually. So it's been a good adjustment. Our agency is very accommodating, and it's like a little family here. So it's very nice place to work, atmosphere-wise. You don't you don't enter this industry to get rich, but you do enter it to help people, and you get a lot of great experiences from it. What qualified me for my original position, I mean, I have a background in like mental health, so I was able to apply some of my own experience. I had also like worked with like accommodations in higher ed before, like college, so I was able to bring some of that to the table. It has really helped me quite a lot, and I'm kind of a sponge, so I sucked up a lot of the information that they fed me. There's a lot of training, a lot of reading, a lot of videos that you get to watch when you first get hired. It's very, very immersive, and you get everything that you need, and they train you for over a year and a half. So it's ongoing training, and you do start working before the end of that period, but there's a lot of time to learn. Why did I choose to work here? So that's one of the questions I was given. I chose to work here because I felt I could bring something to the table, and I was a little familiar with the agency as well, so I understood bare bones what they were doing to help people. So that really prepared me for my interview, and it was probably my best interview I've ever had, just because it was so nice, and it was 45 minutes, and we had a really nice conversation, the director and my former supervisor and I. So yeah, it's a great service. We do a lot for people. We're growing. We treat our employees very well, including myself, and I'm proud to work there. It's nice. I don't know if I'll be there forever, but I really do enjoy it. And we do great work for people. So
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Yeah, and it sounds like you mentioned you're a recent, kind of more of a recent hire than a lot of our other interviewees, or I guess panelists.
Right.
Can you kind of go over the interview and getting the job process for some of our students who might be watching?
So we offer all of our positions through Indeed, so people can submit their resumes that way. They can contact us that way. They wanted a resume, a cover letter, and that was pretty much it. But they wanted references as well. So they contacted my references, and those went really well. They only had to talk to like 2 or 3 people, so that was good. The interview was 45 minutes. It was really nice. We just sat down, and they asked me different questions about disability awareness and like my perspective on different things, like not political per se, but if I would be interested in getting involved in political issues that affected people with disabilities, because we do a lot of advocacy work at the state level. So that was something that came up, and I guess I told them what they wanted to hear because it was how I felt. So there was a range of questions that just made sure you were in the right state of mind to assist people. A lot of people they hire, actually the vast majority, they prefer that I believe it's 3/4 of their employees need to be people with disabilities. So they want people that connect with the people they serve. So we are very focused on that. That way we can just serve the community as well as we possibly can. And it does show the difference in the work that we do. So the interview was great. It was a really nice interview.
That's
They're great
fantastic.
interviewers over there. Yeah. And now what I do is when we want to hire somebody new for our family support program, because I transitioned over there because with my age group, youth peer advocates are 18, or actually no, 21 to like 28. So the age group was perfect. They wanted to see how I would do with young people, so I transitioned programs over time. I was doing both for a while, and that was challenging to say the least. But now we interview people as a team, because that's what family support does. We interview new family peer advocates. That's been nice too. I love interviewing.
Do you? You like being on the
Yes,
other side of it?
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's nice, and you get to know different people, and yeah, it's a great place to work and interview, and it's very good. We're developing new things all the time.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah,
Anything else that you wanted to share with us, or that you covered it really well, I think.
Yeah, no problem. I would just say, if you've got questions, ask. If you want to come see us, we've got locations in Watertown, Lowville, and Ogdensburg now. So if you want to come in and get some brochures, we won't be open to the public for a while. We're slowly opening back up to visits, but we're using masks and distancing. So if you have questions or want materials, just call us. You can go to our website, nurkle.net, to get all of our different phone numbers. But it's just nrcil.net. But we're very open to the public. We used to give tours all the time. I would show people. I would show people around if they wanted to just walk around. It was fun. So we'll probably do that again someday. Yeah, there's
Hopefully,
volunteering too.
hopefully. Oh, there is volunteer options. That's good to know.
Yep.
I'm sure they'd love any students who's watching. Like I said, make sure experience is the best way to do this. You need to get experience in things.
Absolutely.
Education is going to help you so much, but that
Hmm.
experience is going to be that extra boost for you.
Yeah,
But
experience is key for me.
yeah, that's
So,
that's what we've been hearing a lot. That's what the kind of overall concept that I've gleaned from all this. But thank you
mhm.
so much, Matt.
Of
And
course.
again, if you
Thank
need
you.
to check out more on career clusters or checking out different careers, go to mygpsforsuccess.com, and we hope to see you there and learn more about different career clusters. Thank you.